Hi guys, Aaron here. First video of a new series that I'm going to start called School Stories. Just a series in which I talk about funny, interesting or weird things that happened to me during my time during secondary education. Quick disclaimer before we start is that I'm not going to be using real names of people or the actual name of my school or any names of students or whatnot, just in case some people ever watch. Just in case, just to protect their identity, really. And just a quick note on the gameplay. It's just a quick 20 and 3 team deathmatch. Nothing massively special. Using the MTAR silenced. So first off, this was in, I think I was about year 8 maybe, which for international people is about 13, 14. And we had like an English teacher who told us that he would be out for a week because he was on jury service for a trial, and that we'd have like one consistent teacher for this full week. So as you do when you're told you're getting an out-and-out supply teacher, you just kind of go, all right, that's great, no work for the next week. So we went in there on a Monday. I think we had English 4 or 5 times a week. So we went in there on a Monday for our first lesson, and there was this. She was an older woman, and she was like really strict. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, whereas before the teacher had let us sit where we wanted and kind of do that, she'd come in already with a strict seating plan without even knowing us. She'd just seen our names, written them down. She didn't know who was what was what about them, and she was just really, really like awful and horrible and like strict. And well, she wasn't the most attractive, so some people in the class started calling her Miss Piggy after the Muppets character, and then with her, she had like frizzy grey hair, so it was either Miss Piggy or Miss Fezziwig, and essentially, like, for this week, she was just awful. She hated us, and we hated her in equal measure. I don't think we got much work done at all, to be honest, and I think she was even less happy with the quality of the small amount of work that was done. But basically, it led to us all getting in trouble with like our head of year. Like, I believe they kept the whole of my class back for a few hours every day because we didn't get any work done in halfway through that first week, and we would have to deal with like the head of English. So obviously, because she'd grassed us up and we'd done less work, it made her less popular with us, and we were doing even less and being even more aggressive to her. Like, occasionally someone would get sent out on purpose, and we would just lock her outside, and she'd have to go and get another teacher. Telling the story now makes us sound like horrible people, that we was awful. But I'm sure you've all had that one teacher that you really didn't like. And I went to a school that was slightly more boisterous than most, and slightly full of people that would be more aggressive and more ruthless towards teachers. So basically what happened was, after about a week of not doing any work and whatnot, she left because her time was up, and she made it clear in no uncertain terms that she never wanted to see us again or teach us again. So our normal teacher came back, and we didn't think anything of it. Like, obviously he complained, oh, there's no work done and whatnot, and we said she just didn't stick to the curriculum, cover our own asses like you do. So he then complained to us, and he complained to us about her, and then told the head of English, who then subsequently told him about about what we'd actually done. And then he wasn't very happy with us and made us stay behind, and he brought her into the classroom and back into the classroom and made us apologise to her as a class. So that really didn't help us either. Like, we liked the English teacher, but we still didn't like the substitute, and we begrudgingly apologised. But a couple of weeks later, our music teacher, I believe was out. She just missed the lesson or whatnot. So we was told that we would have a supply teacher, and it was this same supply teacher. And the look on her face, I'll never forget. As she stepped in the door, looked, saw that it was us, and I kid you not, she looked around, saw the same faces, slammed the door, and ran away. She ran away. We were supposed to have her for an hour lesson, and she was about 2 minutes late. So she came in, saw us, turned around, ran. She ran. She wanted nothing to do with us. She was gone. I don't even. So for about 20 minutes, we sat around like finding this hilarious, as you would. You've driven a teacher out of the you've driven a teacher out of the classroom, and you've got a free hour. But then we decided that we'd try and find out where she was and see if we could find her and where the hell she'd gone and what was going on, because we didn't really want to get in the same amount of trouble that we did last time with her. Especially because this time we hadn't actually done anything wrong. Like as bad as we were prior, we hadn't done anything wrong this time. So we didn't feel there was any case for us to really get in trouble. But we found a couple of hallways away, because the way my school was, it was like a hallways across. So we found her in a hallway, and she was just like sitting on the floor, just going, "Oh, I can't deal with them on the phone. Oh, it's those little." I believe she said, "Oh, it's those little shits again." And yeah, so we found her, and we went back to the classroom after, and had a free lesson. So thanks for listening to the little story. Please like and subscribe. Anything you can do. Twitter links in the description if you want to follow me, because I'm looking for wager matches on FIFA. And goodbye. Thank you very much.